Hello everyone, I'm Brazen Eagle and thank you for joining me here. So, today we have two articles from Breitbart discussing firearms and the Second Amendment. But before I get into the stories, I want to apologize for not being here for the past few days. We had a death in the family that has been pretty rough on us, but the show must go on. Anyways, from Breitbart. Farmers market attendees angered by open carry demonstrators. Some farmers market attendees in Alexandria, Virginia were angered by the sight of open carry demonstrators on Saturday. The supporters, who were part of the Right to Bear Arms Richmond, openly carried rifles and handguns at the market. Okay. According to Fox 5, open carry supporter Brandon Howard said, "This is what it's all about, educating people and exercising our constitutional right without fear to do so. There is no right if you have to be fearful to exercise your right to do so." Seems to make sense after you think about it in your head. Even though open carry is legal in Virginia, Howard said he and other members of the group contacted police before attending the market. Nevertheless, one Alexandria community member said, "I was afraid. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know if they were insane or out of their mind." Blue Virginia reported that one market attendee expressed his anger at the open carriers, and yet another noted how upset other attendees were. One community member took a different approach, saying, "I'd rather keep the right than have the right taken away. They keep taking rights away. Soon we won't have any." So, that's pretty much the end of the story. So, there really isn't a lot here to talk about, but, some individuals wanted to open carry at a farmer's market in Alexandria, Virginia, and some other people were offended, okay? You can't, or at least you normally don't take rights away from people because you feel offended, but, we are headed into the 2020s soon. But you know what? These people who are open carrying their firearms, totally fine. The people who were exercising their constitutional rights was totally legal. And there really isn't much to say about it except that some individuals, of course, felt uneasy. Now, the people who did bring their firearms to open carry at the farmers market did a great job. They even contacted the police beforehand and let them know what was going on. And these people used the event to educate other Americans about the Second Amendment without fear or retribution. For those who felt uneasy, perhaps those individuals should learn about firearms and exercise their own constitutional right to carry in Virginia. Firearms are the great equalizer. But anyways, we have a little bit more of a, I suppose, celebrity article, I guess you could say, from Breitbart about a meeting between Ted Cruz and Alyssa Milano about guns, firearms, and supposed future gun control. Anyways, Alyssa Milano, I guess she's an actress, I guess. "I have 2 guns in my household for self-defense." Actress and gun control activist Alyssa Milano revealed she has 2 guns in her home for self-defense during a debate Tuesday evening with Senator Ted Cruz. The debate was held in Cruz's Capitol Hill office, where Milano and Fred Guttenberg, whose 14-year-old daughter Jamie was killed in the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School mass shooting event in Parkland, Florida, pressed the senator on various gun control proposals. Milano proposed universal background checks restricting access to AR-15s and background checks for bullet purchases. Wow. While insisting, "We all believe in the Second Amendment. Despite that, though," she pleaded, "we have to try everything and figure out what works. Isn't that worth it?" Around 13 minutes into the discussion, which I guess Breitbart has left up here, which is over an hour long, Guttenberg said he was offended by Cruz's argument that these gun controls would erode Americans' rights to self-defense. "That's a load of BS," he said. "No one's trying to remove your right to self-defense," which he's being emotional and lying. By the way, Milano interjected, "I have 2 guns in my household for self-defense, just so you know." I guess she's on a show called Charmed, and the Charmed actress has a history of supporting gun control that would impact law-abiding citizens, but would do nothing to prevent lawless behavior of criminals. Oh no. For example, on June 1st, 2019, Breitbart News reported that Milano pushed universal background checks in response to the Virginia Beach shooting where 12 innocents were killed. She tweeted, "11 killed, McConnell won't bring up H.R. 8 up for a vote, blah 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 blah." The problem with Milano's push was that the Virginia Beach gunman acquired his handguns, not a rifle, and passed a background check while purchasing them. This means universal background check legislation would simply serve to put more hoops between law-abiding citizens and guns for self-defense, but would have done nothing to prevent the Virginia Beach shooting. Moreover, on May 5, 2018, Milano led a protest against VP Mike Pence at the NRA's 2018 convention in Dallas, Texas. She did this despite the fact that both Pence and the NRA are renowned defenders of the right to own guns for self-defense. The debate Tuesday was sparked by a Twitter conversation last week when Milano asked, "Can someone cite which passage of the Bible God states, 'It is a God-given right to own a gun'?" Cruz responded that it was an excellent question worth considering carefully without the snark of Twitter. In a string of about 10 posts, he walked through Bible passages, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, American history, and an example of an armed citizen who stopped a mass shooting. Milano replied with a challenge to debate him and live-stream the conversation so that the American people can hear your BS firsthand. At the beginning of the debate, 9 days later, she struck a much more conciliatory tone, saying, "There's no animosity at all. I know you're a smart man, and I know that there are things that we differ on. This meeting was so important for me because I wanted to be able to look at you in the eye and know that you're really a human with a heartbeat." Congrats, Alyssa Milano, I guess. I mean, honestly, about this meeting, there's really not much to say. I mean, no one became too extremely emotional during this debate, or at least the parts that I watched. And, Ted Cruz seemed to be laying down facts about firearms and firearm-related statistics. Now, I hear sometimes in the news about Alyssa Milano, but I know basically nothing about her. Or I guess she's on a show named Charmed or something. I know nothing really about her, though. But I have some conventional wisdom from my father, actually, and his time when he was lightly associated with the TV and film business when he used to live in California. So, my father was told back in the day when he was really more into the film and TV business, he was told to stay the hell away from all of these actors and actresses. Doesn't matter which sex they are, stay away from them. They're all crazy. And honestly, Alyssa Milano is pretty crazy. They're all nuts, though. And all these actors and actresses, they don't really understand what's going on in the world, or even the United States. Actors and actresses are kept in a cultural bubble within mostly just Hollywood that is very different to the rest of us Americans. But, either way, there really isn't much to talk about here except they had a debate, and it was a fairly calm debate. So, anyways, thank you very much for watching. I apologize for not being here. We just had an event that happened earlier this week that was terrible. But anyways, I'm Brazen Eagle, and I hope you have a great day.